Hey guys, welcome back to the Pineapple Podcast.
Welcome back.
I'm Zach.
I'm Jeremy.
And we're your co-hosts.
I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of the podcast.
On this podcast, we talk about topics such as Bible, food, tech, and video games.
And so much more.
We hope you enjoy this week's episode.
Bruh, that was...
Hey guys, welcome back to the Pineapple Podcast. I know we have a
pre-recorded...
Take that out
right now.
I know we have a pre-recorded intro.
I'm gonna edit that out.
No, we have to. I have to say it every week.
You can say it when we start going live, not on the audio version.
Hey guys, live people. A person.
I hope they're live people.
I hope it's not a bot.
Jordan Davidson liked our podcast 1 minute ago.
Nice.
Is she going to be fact-checking us again?
Probably.
That was great. Alright, let's get started.
I never claimed to be a journalist. I don't need to get fact-checked.
That's not her. That's someone else. I'm reading my notifications. I don't know what it said.
What do we have for world-breaking news?
Georgia is retarded.
That's the best headline I've ever heard. The only better one could have been Alabama or Florida.
No, I like Florida. This just in, what's my name? Do I have a podcast name?
No. Jeremy?
I should work on that. From the podcast, the local celebrities from the Pineapple Podcast officially reports that Georgia is retarded.
That's hilarious.
Sorry if you live in Georgia.
Why is Georgia retarded?
Because this week they're going to reopen movie theaters.
What's wrong with that? If you don't want to get sick, just don't go.
Because that's a horrible idea.
Why?
Okay, and are you serious?
If you don't want to get sick, just don't go to the movie theater.
But you're going to. It's a movie theater. It's already one of the dirtiest places in this, wherever you are.
Okay, so what's your point?
That's only going to do damage if they open up a movie theater.
How's it doing damage?
Because then they have to employ people.
What's wrong? That's what we want. We want the economy to go back to normal.
Is, but not a movie theater this quickly. All sorts of people go to movie theaters that they're going to go if they're sick or not. Also,
just like me.
A second question, what are you going to watch?
I'll go to the Alamo and watch like some really old movie.
Do they have an Alamo?
Replaying.
Texas is... I can't read that. Just tell her to... LOL, I'm your biggest fan. Just tell her to comment in here.
What? Tell Jordan just to comment on here?
Yeah.
Jordan, comment on here.
Don't text, because I can't really read it from there. So,
anyway.
Movie theaters. So I'm ready for... I mean, this is up next, but I'm ready for businesses to start being open. But movie theaters is one of the last things that should be open just because of how hard it is to keep them clean, and it's hard to control who goes into it.
They're opening up at 25% capacity. I heard on Friday.
On Friday?
Yeah. That's your headline. That Texas...
Well, that's the next one.
Yeah, Texas...
That was the second headline.
The next headline. Whatever.
Texas starts... Texas stay-at-home orders expire Thursday, and businesses will reopen in phases on Friday. So that's cool.
So, yeah, apparently movie theaters is one of those that's getting partly reopened at 25% capacity.
Okay, so we actually are having movie theaters opening up here.
Yeah, but you're only at 25% capacity. You know what's still open and what's considered essential? Hold on. You know what's still considered essential?
Pet grooming.
Museums.
Like what?
Those literally operate at 0% capacity all the time.
Oh my goodness. Texas is reopening movie theaters. That's what Jordan said. That's facts. I didn't know they're opening... I thought it was just small businesses. I didn't know they're opening movie theaters. I don't know about that one.
I know nobody goes to museums.
That's not true.
When was the last time you were at a museum?
Like...
If you say like last Thursday or something.
Okay, I don't think I've been to a museum this year because I haven't gone anywhere. Everything was canceled from beginning of March. So that gives me January and February.
Okay, besides that, when was the last time you were at a museum because you wanted to go?
October?
What did you go to?
We went to like 5 museums in Tennessee.
That's not in Texas.
You didn't you didn't say specifically Texas.
Okay,
you just said museum.
I'm talking in Texas.
And maybe
museums are still open,
like Atlanta and other places.
At least that's what I've been told.
I haven't been to a museum in Texas since last year.
I haven't been to a museum since I went to the Science Spectrum because I had to go to a museum for some sort of extra credit thing and write a paper about it.
Wasn't it your art appreciation?
No, it was for my... It was some business class I took last semester.
Until you don't have a new case in the county, it's a 25% capacity if no new cases. Where are you going to go see, though? All of the... I was listening to podcasts and I keep up with movies.
I'm gonna
all
go
of the
rewatch
movies
Endgame.
have been shuffled to being pushed back either 3 months or even a year. Zach went to a museum at the comment literally cuts off. Like the Facebook won't scroll down. If you said anything after Zach went to a museum at I got nothing.
Nice.
But yes.
Facebook technology at its finest.
Well, there's a chance she didn't say anything.
I mean that too, but wouldn't you still see the bottom of like the text bubble?
I don't know. Would you?
I would think so.
So yeah, and then even the movies that were getting released right now are just going to demand. If they're smaller audience ones like Trolls or Scooby or probably most indie films are just going to go to video on demand.
Indie films?
Yeah, just like the smaller budget ones.
Oh.
If it's a blockbuster or a big company, then they got pushed back until July is the earliest that most people are taking a risk on. Most have pushed back to October or just straight up next spring. And then we still have the New Mutants movie that was finished.
Oh, I see on your phone there is a larger comment. Just your computer doesn't show all of it. Oh, it's because your taskbar is up, and it won't go down.
I always have my taskbar up.
Well, then you can't see it.
Here, you have your phone right here. She's texting on there too. Zach went to a museum at the beginning of... Oh!
With a wait.
You went to a museum in March.
What was that?
It was a museum for a lecture.
I didn't even realize that was a museum.
It's because you were sleeping.
I mean, that is true. I was sleeping.
You're a terrible friend.
Hey, at least I went, okay? I could have
Alright.
just been like, nah.
Moving on to food. This was cool. They did this last Friday. Alamo Draft House is giving out
Free popcorn?
free popcorn for families to do stay-at-home movie nights.
Dude, that's cool.
And their popcorn's good, too. That's like the only good thing about Alamo is they have good popcorn.
I will definitely go to Alamo just to get some free popcorn.
Will you, though? I feel like you won't.
I mean, if my family plans on watching a movie together, it's not just kind of a on-the-fly thing, then I would definitely drive over to Alamo to get a bunch of popcorn.
So, next up, I saw this thing today. It was discontinued food from Burger King. And there were some weird ones. But one of them, apparently they ended the promo for this early because they sold out of them. It's a Whopperito.
What is a Whopperito?
It's a Whopper, but in a burrito. And instead of ketchup and mustard, it's queso.
What?
Yeah, they showed the commercial for it, and the commercial was like, you say burrito, we say Whopperito, and then they just put queso on a Whopper that was in a burrito.
Wait, so it's like a hamburger
Yes.
inside of a burrito?
Yes, and with queso instead of ketchup.
That just sounds like a soft taco to me.
But the meat was still like cut up. The meat was different, but it was like their grilled meat.
I'm gonna just make
Aha,
grilled
true.
tacos.
I died when... How do you put the taskbar down?
I don't know. I haven't had to do that in a while. You just right click it and then unlock taskbar. See here it says lock taskbar.
There.
Now it's off. Now it should go down. Hopefully.
We'll see.
You probably have something important open and it's not letting you close, like the settings.
Nope.
Well, I don't know.
So yeah, you can. Also, I saw that in 2010. I don't remember this. Apparently, they sold ribs, and also everyone loved them, and they sold out. Burger King had ribs. Not a McRib like McDonald's, but they actually had ribs. It was you got 8 ribs for $8.99.
Those better be some good ribs. Because, I don't know. Just to get me to go to Burger King.
It's gonna have to be something pretty crazy.
The last time I was at Burger King was... Do you remember? Was that the last time you've been too?
No, I've been at least once since then.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was that when we got Dustin those nuggets? Like, it was like 100 for like...
And we were there with Austin.
Yeah.
Our cop friend, as we were looking for someone. That was fun.
Yeah, let's not talk about that anymore. It just popped in my head the last time I was actually there.
That's hilarious. As soon as you said that, I knew what you were talking about. So, let's move on to the Apple Trouble / new tech.
Apple Trouble. The iPhone SE is trash.
No, it's not. It's the best $400 iPhone they've ever made.
Have they ever made a $400 iPhone besides like that?
The first one?
The C, whatever. Like
the first couple iPhones weren't much over $1,000.
Oh, you mean like the original iPhone?
Yeah. When was the last time Apple... Yeah, this is totally perfect for anyone that doesn't have $1,200 to spend, but they still want a modern iPhone that can still do most of the stuff.
Okay.
And it's basically just an iPhone 8. It's the body of an iPhone 8 with the specs of an iPhone 11 cut down. Boom.
Basically, if you just want to have an iPhone and you don't want to spend that much, you have to get that.
Basically, it's your only option.
Yeah.
Besides, unless if you want a new one, that is.
Yeah, unlike us Android users, we have options and choices.
Sound like a snob. Alright.
For some reason, I was watching the Unbox Therapy video, and he made a video on the iPhone SE. He made 2. One, like, talked about everything good about it, and one, everything he hated about it. And I was like, yeah. Makes total sense.
Seems legit. Alright, who's going first?
What on what?
The things?
Oh, I will. Google debit. Oh, I saw this when I was using Google Pay the other day.
You didn't read the thing. No one knows what you're laughing at.
Google debit cards. It says LOL. So I was using Google Pay the other day to buy some
horse food.
No. Okay, so it's like this very special sandpaper used for sharpening things, and you put it on float glass and you stick it down to sharpen your chisels. Anyway, I never would have guessed that like this low tech website would have had Google Pay integrated into it, but it did. And I was just like one click. I was like, boom, your order is ordered and shipping to your house. I'm like, wow, that was easy. And then I was on the Google...
Did you hit the Staples button?
Yeah, I need to get one of those. And then I was on the Pay site, and it was like, hey, you should apply for the Google debit card. I'm like, what?
You're like, woot? That exists?
Definitely not going to do that.
We laughed at Apple when they have Apple Pay, and then they came out with their Apple card. Just because it's going backwards.
Well,
and trying to keep you in the ecosystem.
Google is starting to have its own ecosystem of like the minis, the Google Home things.
Yeah, they've had it.
With the Pixel and everything. And they're trying to make stuff a little bit more proprietary. But, I mean, a lot of their stuff is still open source.
All I know is the combination of the Google Mini with a Chromecast is the best idea ever.
I still haven't set up our Chromecast properly.
Oh my goodness. Use it on your phone to control it instead of the Mini.
Yeah, I do. That's what I do.
That's not what you're supposed to do.
Oh. We got the audio Chromecasts. If you didn't know those existed, they're literally just for playing audio.
What's the point of that?
Well, they got discontinued.
I think, yeah, I can tell why.
So, it turns your normal speaker into a smart speaker. So, like, you plug it into the audio jack, and then it hooks up to your Google Home system. So it's like if you want to say, "Hey, word," I don't want to say it because my thing's gonna go off.
Yeah.
Because we all have Google products.
Okay, that makes sense now.
So we got one of those off of eBay for $50 used. I know it's expensive, but they're discontinued and you can't get them anymore anywhere. And Matt and I fixed our in-house stereo system. So basically, like every room downstairs has speakers in it. So we hooked up that to it so that way we can control it with our Google Home stuff from our phones.
Okay, that's kind of cool. Whenever you said that, I was immediately thinking of it goes into the TV and only plays audio.
No,
that's and I was like, what? But now you turn your regular speaker that is good, just was made a couple years before this stuff came out.
Right.
Into a smart speaker. That's actually, I could see the idea behind that for sure.
And I don't know why it got discontinued. It was a really cool thing.
How much was it when it wasn't discontinued? Because if it's $50,
I think it was like $30.
That sounds more realistic, for sure.
I'm not 100%. I could be totally wrong, but I feel like it was $30 or $40.
That still sounds pretty good then. All right, New York allows you to get married through Zoom.
There's that next headline is so different.
Yeah. So you can do what I just said, and that's it. Marriage rates just go up because of that. People are like, "Oh, we can do it over Zoom. All right, let's do it."
So is it any video chat thing or just Zoom?
The article I was reading specified Zoom. It didn't mention any other video chat thing. I don't know if it's like Zoom certified or if it's just the fact that you can do it or what. I don't know. But so that happened.
That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
So how do you like mail the ring to each other? Send it on carrier pigeon.
You can technically still get married in person. Like, there's no reason why you can't. You just can't have a big ceremony.
Right, but maybe if there's travel bans or something, I don't know. Oh,
you're in a long distance relationship and you propose.
New York to the other New York. All right.
That'd be hilarious.
What do you got next?
Moto Edge Plus. I have no idea what this is.
Oh, I thought you were gonna laugh. Motorola just made their first flagship in basically ever.
What is your phone? Your phone was a flagship?
It's like 3/4 flagship.
It retailed for like $800 or $900, didn't it, when it came out?
700 was the max. That
really?
It ever was. I don't think there's ever been a Moto over 700. So this one's $1,000. And it's called the Moto Edge Plus. It has the waterfall display on the side.
Dude, I don't like those.
Like the Samsungs from 2016.
Dude, I don't like those. Like, they sound so cool, but whenever you're holding it in your hand, you have so many accidental touches on the side of the screen. It's the only reason I don't like them. Otherwise, they're pretty cool.
It looks cool because you can see the display go off on the side. But yeah, like you said, by picking it up, you're bound to hit something.
Right.
But yeah, that got a lot of criticism because everyone's like, so Moto finally made $1,000 phone and it's a 2016 Samsung.
I mean, it depends on how it is. I probably wouldn't buy one. I don't like the waterfall displays just because it's super hard to get a case for it that actually works.
Yeah.
You know, you want to be able to use the side of your screen, but you want it to stay protected at the same time. And then you got your accidental touches.
I don't know too much about the phone itself besides the display. So
I don't know anything about it besides what you literally just told me.
Seems legit. Alright, you got the next one. This will make you laugh.
LG phone has real phone jack.
The typo.
Is it a headphone jack?
Yep.
So the LG phone has headphone. LG never abandoned the headphone jack.
So, they just came out with a new phone last week when Moto did.
And it still has a headphone jack?
Correct.
That's the only reason you buy LGs, because they have a DAC, isn't that what you call them, for enhanced audio? So yeah, if you want crisp audio on a phone that's still using a wired connection, you get an LG.
What was that one phone that had the stereo speakers on the front and bottom? Was that the OnePlus 1, like back in the original days?
I don't remember.
2? I don't remember. There was this one phone brand their phone was terrible, but it was the best speaker for a phone. They had the full, like a bar,
The stereo bar on
the
top and bottom.
and the bottom, as well as the headphone jack.
I have no idea.
It was pretty early on. It was like 7 years ago. I want to say it was like the OnePlus 1 or OnePlus 2.
I think the Razer phone has those.
Now they do, but no one has a Razer phone.
That's true.
The only reason I'd buy that Razer phone is because that one where you can buy the Razer laptop and then you get your Razer phone.
Oh, you insert
use
it?
your Razer phone as the battery for the Razer laptop.
No, you could like insert it into the keyboard, remember?
It's the keyboard? I thought it like powered it.
No.
Are you sure there's not one that you put your Razer in it and it powers it?
No, so I think the thing you're thinking of, you know, like the trackpad on your computer, you insert your phone into where your trackpad is, and then your screen becomes the trackpad.
That sounds terrible.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Dude, what if you had a built-in mouse?
Lol, what if you didn't have to use your phone for a mouse?
That's hilarious. Alright, what's next? Oh, yes. This one's fun. A flaw in the iPhone 11 has malware. Okay, I read that wrong. Flaw in iPhone 11 has malware in the iPhone/Max from last year and this year that allows hackers to steal data, and they're able to take over your email. But a patch is coming soon.
It says use Gmail.
Yeah, that's what they said. So basically, don't use Apple Mail until this patch comes out.
What's Apple Mail?
Is Apple Mail a thing?
Who doesn't use a Gmail?
Old people that still have AOL.
Dude, okay, so I knew this guy. He was my
businesses.
He was my professor.
They pay for custom emails.
He was my. Well, you can do that too. You can get a custom Gmail email.
Yeah, but it's different.
I think the most common for businesses is Outlook. Anyway, I was saying.
That's what uses.
Okay, so I had this professor. It was from like 3 semesters ago. He was the one that died mid-semester.
Oh, the Tom?
Yeah, Tom Martin. He was really cool. He literally pays for the same email that he's been using, or he had been using for like 30 years. He paid like 10 cents a month or something, really dumb, just so that way the company wouldn't shut down his email. Because it was like this random thing at the end that no one had ever heard of.
Like at zoinks.com or something?
Yeah, it was something totally random that he's just been using for so long.
Alright, hey, what the heck? Verse of the day. That's nice. Alright, Jordan, if you're still listening, or still on this, do you use... Wait, she uses Gmail.
Probably uses Gmail.
Have you ever used Apple Mail? She's had Macs and iPhones since I can remember. Yeah, I looked it up. It's a thing. I was saying it right.
Apple Mail?
That does not roll off the tongue.
Mm-mm.
It should be like iMail.
iMail?
Is that like iCloud? Is that not the same thing?
No.
Apple Mail? That sounds terrible. I don't know what's worse, say Apple Mail or Apple Watch. Because like in 2005, someone made something called an iWatch.
iWatch?
Yeah. So Apple couldn't use it, and they wouldn't.
I'm just gonna copyright a bunch of words with I in front of it, and Apple.
Eyeglasses.
Dude, I'm gonna do it. Apple glasses and eyeglasses. I'm gonna have to copyright those.
All right. So yeah, basically, don't use Apple Mail until this update comes, which I have no idea when it'll come. Maybe it already did. I don't know. Use Gmail and stay that way.
Yeah, pretty much. It's funny how people love to think that Gmail is the most secure, but literally Google makes money from selling people's information.
Yeah, but so does Amazon. That actually just came out today.
Well, yeah, so does Amazon.
I'm here. I use the Mail app for my Gmail, Yahoo, Microsoft, but absolutely, I got nothing after that.
But absolutely. I don't know.
I'm here. I use the Mail app for my Gmail, Yahoo, Microsoft, but absolutely. That's great.
Do we have any more tech stuff?
No, yeah. This one's technically gaming, but also tech because it goes under
I did see this. It was
Are
like,
you gonna say it?
yeah. Fortnite is finally on the Google Play Store. For whoever, probably nobody, actually cares.
So that's not true.
No, I know, I was being sarcastic.
It's still like the second or third most played game as of February. I haven't heard recently.
I'm pretty sure it's still potentially the most played game. I haven't looked in a while.
I do know it slipped from number one at least for a little bit, but yeah. So the reason why it took 2 years, 3 years, how long's Fortnite been around?
Google's like, hey, we want money.
They wanted 30%, and Fortnite's like, nah, fam, that's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
And then boom, Google won.
I'm pretty sure it was the 30% of all like microtransactions from in the game.
Yeah, that's what it was. So,
which is a big chunk of change.
Yeah.
Oh, I do have a little bit of other video game news. So, do you know Riot Games?
I do.
The ones that make League?
They make what?
League of Legends.
Oh, I thought you said League.
League.
Oh, like, that sounds dumb. Yes, I do.
Yeah, so they made a new game.
What is it?
It's called Valorant.
Valorant. Wasn't it like a DreamWorks movie?
I have no idea.
Oh wait, that's Valiant.
Pretty sure it's called Valorant. It's a tactical shooter. Not Valiant.
I'm looking at this movie.
Oh.
It was really terrible.
Okay.
It was birds during the Civil War. So imagine the Civil War times, but you're a bird.
Okay, that sounds really weird.
Yeah.
Back to Valorant. So yeah, developed by Riot Games, super famous from League, and they made this tactical shooter, which if you don't know what that is, it's basically a first-person shooter, but you play really slowly. Kind of like CSGO, Counter-Strike, I think. So, I'm pretty sure it's going to become a big esport. Right now, it's still in the alpha stages, and they have this weird thing on Twitch where if you watch some of the people that have gotten the code already play, you're like entered in a chance to win a code to play it. So basically, they're making you watch other people play it so that way you can play it.
Interesting.
Super weird. But anyway. No, I'm not watching someone play for like 4 hours just to have a chance to play it.
What, you can't just like have it on?
No.
Do I have to take a test afterward to make sure you're paying attention?
No, Twitch has some sort of thing where they're trying to make
track
sure
your eyeballs to see if you're actually looking at the screen.
That sounds illegal.
Alright, I looked it up. Valiant is a 2005 British-American computer animated epic adventure comedy film produced by Vanguard Animation.
It says Walt Disney on it.
Where?
Right there, look.
Oh,
Walt Disney on the
this
cover.
was Disney. Oh my goodness, it was trash. And all I remember is that the birds use flight patterns to fight each other. And they're pigeons. Yeah. Oh, it was World War II, not the Civil War, my bad. I watched this one time when I was 7.
It looks really familiar, like the cover art.
Oh, it's trash.
I know. I might have seen it, but I'm not sure.
From the producers of Shrek and Shrek 2.
From the producers of Shrek, and they make this trash? Are you sure?
Made by Disney too.
What
was John Lasseter doing? Alright. You got any books? I have not read a book since last week.
I know I said I started a book last week, but I haven't listened to it at all. I've been really busy this past week doing accounting for class, accounting for business, building stuff. I got like a mega farmer's tan.
The best kind of tan.
What other kind of tan could you want?
Oh, I thought you were about to say what other kind of tan is there?
No, what other tan would you want? I'm sure there's plenty of other kinds of tans.
A tan like Ross Geller gets, he was an 8.
I'm gonna, whenever we go work outside, I'm gonna like cut out the Batman logo on my shirt, so I'll just have the Batman tan.
Why Batman of all things?
Pineapple Podcast, how's that?
How? Please
just
don't.
like the words.
Please don't. comment down below if you want Zach to get a Pineapple Podcast tan.
No.
Not a sunburn, not a tattoo, a Pineapple Podcast tan. So, we'll see. If you get at least one comment, then you have to give it a go.
No.
Yep.
No. Trying to sound
Alright.
like Psy.
Video game news. There's only a couple things. Hey, we're still recording. That's good.
And it's been 30 minutes.
And we're already like almost out of stuff.
Pretty much.
We didn't have Bible, and I didn't put anything for TV or movies hardly.
I mean, I've been really busy. I haven't... The only show I've seen was the Silicon Valley that we have been watching.
Oh, yeah.
And I haven't seen anything new.
I don't know what this is. I literally don't know what that last comment says. Alright, what's up next? Facebook Android app, Facebook Gaming, no ads, version of Twitch bits called Stars, Android only right now.
What?
So Facebook is making a gaming app with no ads. And it's only Android right now.
Can you think of a gaming app that has ads?
Yes.
Like a gaming platform app.
Apple Arcade? No, it's okay. That's a subscription. I cannot. No. But they specify to try to make it sound better.
Okay, I'm pretty sure no video game...
I bet you Ubisoft would.
Did you just call it Ubisoft?
Wait, what is it?
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft, that.
Ubisoft.
Yes, times 100.
Yes time. What is yes times 100?
Absolutely refuse. Oh, okay. So I'm finally getting to read the rest of the comment. It says, absolutely, I refuse to use an iCloud email address.
Why are you moving the camera?
So I can read? Because you have two clips in front of the screen.
Hey, hold the phone.
And then she said, yes, times 100. So, alright, it's official. You have to get the Pineapple Podcast tan.
Nah, I don't think I can do that.
Well, think harder.
I'll think harder, but nothing will happen.
Facts. Alright, so, yeah. That's... What kind of games is it gonna be? Like Words with Friends?
I have no idea.
Heyday?
Hey, you play Heyday.
For like 2 weeks now? Or 2.5? I forget. So, Android only. Probably because it's easier to make games for Android than having to mold specifically into
Probably.
iOS.
I don't know. I don't do anything remotely related to Facebook.
As you're
I'm streaming on the
live
Facebook right now.
on Facebook. All right.
What is this? Travis Scott?
What? Hold
Am
on.
I skipping ahead?
Things we don't get. Online classes. That old from last week.
That was old. I don't even know if we talked about it.
I don't think so. So now we're already down to the bottom.
Well, what is this?
Oh.
You missed something.
Oh yeah.
I started
thought
saying.
you left. Oh, okay. So this is cool. You skipped one. Yes. Update puts cheaters versus cheaters in Battle Royale.
Wait, what update is this? In which game?
Battle Royale. The one that we talked about 2 weeks ago that they're kicking out all the cheaters and finding them.
Call of Duty?
Yes. The
Warzone?
Call of Duty Warzone, the free one. Then how they were having a big cheating problem a few weeks in, and so they were like banning them.
Yeah, there's actually a huge cheating problem now.
Yeah, it's terrible, especially since more people are on more of the time now. So get this, they are taking the cheaters, taking more cheaters, and making them fight each other.
That sounds awesome.
I really want... ESPN needs to get a hold of this and just stream this so we can watch cheaters fight cheaters in Battle Royale.
Whoever wins the
Gets to play with everyone else.
No, whoever wins just doesn't get banned.
That's what I meant, yeah.
Yeah.
They get reinstated. And if you lose, then you have to sell your games and everything. Sell your free game.
Nah, it should be a console ban.
Dang.
No, that's how a lot of not publishers. I guess they are game publishers, but the companies that do a lot of online games, like super serious esports, they will ban whatever console you were playing on or whatever PC you're playing on.
That would suck.
They're like, you have to buy an entirely new PC to play
Just
again.
get a VPN.
No, it tracks
traces
like the hardware specifications.
Okay. So, yep, cheaters versus cheaters.
That would actually be really funny to watch.
All right, what's up next?
Travis Scott concert in Fortnight, which is the Play Store now.
Which is on the Play Store because I forgot I already put it on. And there was like over 3 million people watched it.
Who's Travis Scott?
How? Okay, so I don't listen to him, but I know
have
who
no
he
idea
is.
who this is. I'll have to look him up later. First thing comes up: Travis Scott Fortnite event.
I have not Googled this either. Just FYI. Your internet's so slow in here.
Why are you using Yahoo search? Oh my gosh! Literally what I said I despised most last week.
Hold on, I'm on Chrome, but it chose that. All
Now
right.
you're searching YouTube.
Yes, for sure. Hey Google, play the most famous song by Travis Scott. Alright, meanwhile...
Alright, here's a YouTube music playlist called Best of Travis Scott.
Exactly what we needed.
I feel like we definitely did not need that.
Hey Google, turn this off. I thought I was going to say Zach said not to.
No, it's only if you say something specific.
Oh. Okay. So it doesn't matter who he is. But he had a concert in Fortnite.
Didn't Marshmallow have one of those like a year ago?
Yeah, but probably had more.
Probably, yeah.
So, boom. Anything else? We didn't put anything for these extra topics because no reason.
We probably should have.
It's going to be the world's shortest podcast, but that's okay.
No, we used to have really short episodes. So
That's because we split them into thirds.
Well, this is our one
If you
third.
split this into thirds, you got 12 minutes.
I mean, it's better than nothing.
Alright, are you ready for this? I saw this from a thumbnail. I didn't actually watch the video yet. Female Star Wars... I don't know if it was a movie or TV show. And it wasn't like Ahsoka. I think it was like Stormtroopers.
Female stormtroopers?
Yeah.
Like the clone troopers or stormtroopers? Because you can't have the clone troopers. That just like completely messes up the canon of Star Wars.
I said clone trooper. I said Stormtroopers.
I don't remember any stormtroopers from the original
Exactly.
series.
You're right. That's why they're making it. But I think it's gonna be like just mainly a female-led cast. So.
Oh, so it's not like Disney being feminist or something?
It's like Frozen, but Star Wars.
Why? Disney literally
Hans,
ruined
I'm
the
just
entire
kidding.
Star Wars IP.
That's not true. George Lucas already did enough damage to his own property.
He didn't damage anything.
Have you heard of the Phantom Menace?
Okay. We're comparing apples and oranges. Disney,
I
this
would
like
take-
huge company, and then
Okay.
we're comparing the Phantom Menace.
I will take either of the new 3 episodes.
over the Phantom Menace.
Yeah. The only good part about the Phantom Menace was Darth Maul, who was killed off.
All they needed was a slightly better cast, and it would have been great.
What they needed was Anakin to be 5 years older, so he could actually have a bond with Obi-Wan. Not like a babysitter type of thing, like it was at the beginning. That's one thing I hated
Yeah.
about the prequels, was you never saw the actual bond and growth and friendship, brotherhood of Obi-Wan and Anakin.
That's true. You didn't.
It was just whiny kid for almost the whole prequels. The prequels would have been a lot better if that first one, if he was older.
Okay.
And if he did something in that first one, or just went on a quest with Obi-Wan. They were split up for Attack of the Clones. Obi-Wan was on his mission. Anakin was supposed to protect Padme, and that didn't really work. They were separate the whole time.
You know what I just thought about? I don't know why Jordan didn't like Star Wars, because it's literally about politics.
It's true. So, alright. More Star Wars. Rise of I said that wrong. Rise of Skywalker is coming to Disney Plus 2 months early. They're going to drop it on May 4th. What just happened?
I said trying to reconnect. I think you're reconnected.
Okay. It says live.
It says live, so hopefully we're still live.
What does it say? Oh yeah, they're going to release it early on May 4th. Because holidays.
Seems legit. You know what we need? A Mace Windu prequel spinoff.
I would rather have Obi-Wan. Which is stalled, but they're still supposed to be moving forward.
But Mace Windu is the only Jedi with the purple lightsaber.
I think part of the reason why people like Mace Windu so much is because he's, like...
Really cool.
He's cool because he doesn't, like, take a lead. He's just the cool dude in the side that looks smart and has a purple lightsaber. I don't know how cool he'd be if he was a feature. I'd rather see Obi-Wan, honestly. Or Jar Jar. Either one.
Jar Jar. Not like a
Darth Jar Jar.
Captain Rex and 501st spinoff.
Dude.
Just like the clones. I can imagine like...
It's called Clone Wars and Rebels?
No. Well, I'm not like a movie. Just like the... What was that war movie we just saw? That I just saw? 1970...
1912?
Wait, no.
1917.
1917. I think that's what the movie was called.
It was.
Yeah. Just that, but Clone Wars.
So a live action Clone Wars movie.
That would be so cool.
Okay, but I would want it to be after Revenge of the Sith when they're older. When they don't have the chips in their head.
So, Stormtroopers or Clone Troopers?
Did you ever finish watching Clone Wars?
No.
Okay, like Cody and Rex and them, they take the chips out.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you told me.
So they age and they're not computers anymore. And they show up in Rebels with, they're older. They've got like beard, like old man beard, like freaking Wolverine beards.
That's so cool.
And yeah, so I would want to see how they were in Rebels for live action.
Okay.
When they're, 10 years after Revenge of the Sith. When they're still going around doing solo missions with the 2 or 3 of them. So, that'd be fun. Last thing we got is... I meant to look up the trailer before we started this, because I haven't watched the trailer, and I knew you wouldn't know what this is. It's called something about a knife or something, I forgot.
Something with a knife?
Yeah, it's something. Just look up a Netflix movie coming out on Friday while I talk about this. So the Russo brothers are making a Netflix movie. Comes out on Friday. I think this is Friday, not last Friday.
Netflix movie Friday.
Just type in Chris Hemsworth Netflix movie. So get this, okay? I need you to listen. The Russo brothers are making an original Netflix movie with Chris Hemsworth. Not The Love of Thunder.
No, it's not Thor.
Is it that?
Extraction?
Look. Boom. It's probably that one. What's it called? It is Extraction.
Lands on Netflix. Okay.
So, apparently... So, like, do you understand what's happening here? Russo brothers and Chris Hemsworth make a
Russo.
Netflix original.
I haven't heard that name since Karate Kid.
So, this is the director of that second Captain America movie that I thought was overrated, Age of Ultron.
Oh, yes. Okay.
They directed that.
Okay.
And according to the press screening of this movie, this is Hemsworth, one of his best performances in a movie.
Seems legit.
I like the Russo brothers. How they got discovered was, that show Community I talk about?
Yeah.
They did like the pilot episode for that. Or no, they did a paintball episode for that. Where they had, the whole college had a paintball war and it was super serious. And they were like, hey, that was cool. You should do a Marvel movie. And they're like, okay. That's how they got. That's how they got discovered.
They went straight from like this random pilot to Marvel movie.
No, it wasn't a pilot. It was like the 12th episode.
Oh, okay.
They directed this paintball war throughout the college, and they're like, "Hey, you should make a Marvel movie." And
so you go from a college paintball war to a Marvel movie.
Basically.
Dang.
So. That's about it.
That's a huge jump.
That was a short podcast.
Yeah, we're at 45 minutes. It's not that short.
We didn't have any Bible. That would have hit it at an hour.
I wish we did have Bible, but I couldn't think of anything right now, and I totally did not see your text earlier like, hey, you should think of something.
Yeah, I was at the Costco, and I'm like, hey, you should do something for Bible.
Did you get one of those cool hot dogs or chicken bakes they have?
No, it was like closing, and I was trying to get here.
Oh. What are you doing with your life? You don't get a big hot dog at Costco.
Because...
Did you at least go get a free sample of something?
They don't have samples when they're closing the store. The store closes at like 6:30 right now.
What time do they normally close?
I don't know. 7 or 8 probably.
Oh. Well, that sucks.
Pretty much. Let's end this before it ends us. And now, time for the quick bits and Shrek's a donkey and Beta Lost.